set?
Yes.
All right. All right, good afternoon. We'll call the Protection and Policy Committee to order. Today is Monday, March 24th, 2025. It is now 4 p.m. Roll call. Clerk, let the record reflect that all are present.
Thank you.
On to approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, approval of the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Wait, hold on a second.
No, I'm going to do my readings, you guys.
Oh, okay.
Before we start our regular business today, I need to inform you, the items we discuss at this meeting and vote on will be a recommendation to the Common Council for final approval. The next Common Council meeting will be on Tuesday, April 15th at 6 p.m., located in the room next door. One of the questions that we receive is, do you need to attend the Common Council meeting after we have voted on your agenda item? This committee's answer to your question, our vote is a recommendation to the Common Council. The items before us may or may not be pulled for future discussion at the Common Council meeting. Your attendance at Common Council is your sole discretion. Thank you. Okay, on to regular business. Number 1, consideration with possible action on appeal by Garrett Freeman regarding the denial of his operator's license. City Attorney?
Thank you. I would defer to the PD to share the reason for denial.
Okay, Lieutenant?
The reason we denied it is there were felonies on Mr. Freeman's record from a no contest plea to felony in 2019. So based on it being a felony conviction that he pled guilty to, he also had one back in 2018. So since there were felonies, we're required to recommend denial.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Freeman is present, so do
Motion to open the floor.
I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. If you can come up here, please. So we're discussing the operator's license, and we just heard from the lieutenant, so if you could just explain your side of the story to us.
Yeah, so I was in addiction during those years.
So we
Go.
state your name and address,
Oh,
please.
my name is
Sorry.
Garrett Freeman, address 711 Columbia Avenue.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. I was in addiction during those years, and after getting in trouble, I was accepted into the drug court, Brown County Drug Court, which I completed. Completed my 3 years of probation. Started a career at Georgia Pacific. I'm on going on my 6th year there. Also during that time, I started my own business. Didn't work out, but you live and learn from those lessons. And yeah, I'm just trying to be a contributing member to society.
What area of employment are you seeking that you need the operator's license?
A friend of mine owns a bar, and they need help
They need-
bartending, so I said I would do it.
Okay. What establishment is that? If you
The
feel-
Roundabout.
Okay.
And I should state that I did check, we have nothing since his felony convictions, since those times. There's been no police contact with us.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so what changed from 2018 to now?
To be honest, the drug court system actually worked and helped. A lot of people it doesn't work for because they're not ready to change, but I was ready to change for my family.
Okay.
And following their guidance is kind of what really helped me.
So it helps you a lot.
It did, yeah.
What, okay, your family,
Yeah.
could you explain a little bit where they're located and how they helped you?
When I referred to family, I meant my wife and it was my daughter at the time, but I have a 4-month-old son now too as well that I had in November, so.
Okay.
We have 2 dogs, 2 cats, we own a home, bought a house, we own a property up by Shawano. Just trying to keep growing.
Okay. Do you have other means of support that have helped you the last couple years that you've learned to depend on or listen to, or?
I've got her family, and then my family just recently moved from Oregon out here, so they just got here literally last week, so
Oh,
that'll be another part of my support system, but I think things have been going well.
okay.
And how many hours a week will you be working at the Roundabout?
Maybe once a week,
Oh,
sometimes twice a week. I work full-time at Georgia Pacific, so just trying to fill in their spots that are open to help.
makes sense.
Elder Hutchison pretty much asked my question. I'd just like to say I'm glad to hear everything's working good. I'm very happy with our drug court. Is Judge Zeidmulder still?
It was Hammer.
Hammer has it?
When I was there, it was Hammer, yeah.
Okay. I think that's a great asset to our community, and I'm proud of you if you're keeping it up good like that. So,
Yeah, I wanted to congratulate you on your sobriety too, and thank you for being vulnerable with us. It's not always a fun
Yeah.
thing to go in front of a government
After
body and say
this
that.
many years, you start to get kind of used to it, but, yeah, thank you.
One of the other questions.
most times you'll hear me being negative when someone has a felony and wants to get one of our valuable licenses. But I think I will vote in your favor tonight, sir.
Thank you.
I'm impressed, so.
I'm impressed.
Any other comments?
I want to make sure I understood what you said before. You guys decide later?
Yep, so what happens today will be a recommendation to common council, and then on the 15th will be the final approval.
And is my temporary still available, or do I need to stop until
Yeah.
provisional?
It's
Sorry.
provisional license.
Yeah.
Okay, still available.
It is still, until council has
Until
denied
denied
his
it.
license, and it's still
Okay,
good
I
to
just
go.
wanted to make sure so I didn't do
Yeah.
anything. Okay.
We
Good,
appreciate
good
that.
question.
So the 15th, 6
Yes.
PM.
That'll be in front of all 12 council members, not just our 4.
Okay. So you guys make your recommendations to them and then.
Yes.
So-
Yeah.
Okay.
I make a motion to
Close the
Close the
floor.
floor.
close the floor first.
Okay, do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yep, just, so
They're going to vote on your item in just a minute, if you want to listen.
Sure.
entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Let's vote.
Board, vote please.
Now, what you gonna do?
It's to
Do I still mark all as yes?
They said approve, but it's to grant the appeal. But-
Yeah, right,
Oh,
so,
grant it.
right, so,
Motion to grant the appeal.
so you wanna say grant the appeal instead of approve, because actually approving it approves the denial.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
So now you're gonna click this, no, that little TV thingy, and you're gonna click start vote. And then they'll see it, and when they vote.
So I don't mark all as yes,
no,
they're gonna do it.
They do it on their computers.
Okay,
So
thank you
can
guys
see
for
it,
letting me practice.
right? And then, okay, and then you wanna call it out.
So 4 yes, 0 no.
Yes.
It's approved.
Motion passed.
Your appeal is approved,
I
right?
appreciate it. Thank you guys.
At this
You're welcome.
stage.
At this stage, so we'll move
It's
on.
very unlikely
Yeah,
they'll
with
pull
four
it at
approvals, I would
council.
assume that would be.
I just say that because sometimes they can be awfully long meetings, and for you to have to come and sit through a 3 or 4 hour meeting to wait for them to pull your item, but it's up to you
Okay.
if you choose to be present.
That was the
Call it a board vote.
15th?
I think so, yes, at 6 PM.
Okay, thank you. Do I need to stay around for the rest or?
No, you do not.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Okay, on to number 2, for consideration possible action on revision of city's process with handling sign permits to allow for one application and one point of contact to facilitate the approval of sign installations.
Hello.
The attorney.
I have an update from CED, from the director. So just a couple of updates. I'm going to recommend that this be received and placed on file. There is a corresponding ordinance revision that's coming, but it's appropriately being sent to Planning Commission because one of the changes, or a couple of the changes relate to the zoning code. So it needs to go to Planning Commission and not to PMP. But just as a matter of update, a number of things of the process are changing. They're doing a web page application with the form for this. Hopefully, like all of these things are meant to make the process a little more efficient. There is a point of contact. It's one of the inspectors, his name is Mike Botot. He's going to be the point of contact for the sign permits. There's some additional, like I said, changes in ordinance happening regarding staff authority, perhaps handling it at a lower level to some extent, and authorizing the director or their designee to sign or hold harmless agreements. Again, all trying to make that a little bit more efficient because some of those approvals go all the way to council, and that's not always necessary. So, yeah, then we're working a little bit more on the revocable occupancy portion of that, and then we're also going to include signs related to the Landmarks Committee and make some changes there to be handled at an administrative or at staff level, which is just a modification to that ordinance as well. So the group of ordinances or ordinance changes that need to take place will all be in one, and the Planning Commission is going to handle it. So that's a
Alder
brief
Johnson is on
update.
board.
I haven't talked to him myself. I think maybe the director has, but certainly if he has more changes, I suggest probably we take it up on a more specific edit when the ordinance is up at Planning Commission. But as far as this communication coming to this committee, I think we've sort of had all the discussion we need to have, so my recommendation would be to receive it and place on file. But again, Alder Johnson can make more specific revisions when the ordinance is up, which will be the very next Planning Commission.
So is it best to receive and place on file, or just
I think I would
forward
just
it to
receive and
plan?
place on file, because that ordinance is gonna go as a, it'll go as ordinance changes, modifications to a group of multiple sections. I'm not sure, we can reference the communication and the Alder sponsorship for Alder Johnson at the Planning Commission process. I would just receive and place on file.
Any comments, questions? If not?
Motion to receive and place on
Okay,
file.
do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Forward vote. Oh, well.
No, oh, it's too late.
Next-
Next one. Thank you.
I'm learning to keep up with you guys.
Okay, on to number 3. I think we take both 3 and 4 together.
Motion to suspend the rules for 3 and 4.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Lee, ayes have it. Okay. City attorney?
No objections?
Okay.
Please concur.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Board vote.
This is for 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
To make it not approved?
Not for, did you already vote to suspend by
Yeah.
a voice
Yep.
vote?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna add another motion. Wait, what is, I can't read that.
This one is
Approved, got it,
approved.
okay. So then click the TV, right, and then, right? Okay, now they can see.
All right, 4-0, yes? That's how I say it?
Yep,
Passed, okay.
yes. So then you
Nothing for 4.
Correct, now you're going to.
All right, informational. Green Bay Police Department violation report for liquor and massage establishments.
We have nothing to report during that time frame.
Thank you. Number 2, clerk's office liquor licensing report.
You should take that off.
Right.
Yeah, there's nothing to report right now.
Nothing to report. Okay.
Motion to receive and place on file.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do you want to practice again?
So I'd go to adjournment and more?
No,
We have to do that
Yeah.
for informational?
I really don't
That's
think
okay,
we
just
have
go to
to.
adjournment and put,
Do we have to
Yep,
receive?
and now.
We have to receive and place on file, right?
No, actually, for an informational item, there's no
Okay.
action taken, so you don't actually have to receive.
Well, we've been.
file.
They're
Habits die
actually
hard.
reports, so I mean, there's only an occasion where you would deny, which is not these types of reports, so it's up to you. But that's how we usually do it, that's our practice.
On to an adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Wow.
We're now adjourned.
And I feel
Last
so
thing
good.
in here, and then it's all about.